Jaume Balagueró. I'm the director of films like The Nameless, Darkness, Wreck. And my last movie is called Sleep Tight, and it will open here in Germany the 5th July. The film is about a concierge of an apartment building in Barcelona, and he's an evil concierge that spends all his night tormenting the neighbors. And the relationship between him and one of the neighbors, a very, very happy girl, and how that relationship will turn to a nightmare. So let's see a clip of the movie.
Oh Mann, Susan, Sie können Komplimente machen.
Immer dieses Lächeln. Alles ist immer toll, alles genial. Ich bin noch nie so weit gegangen. Zum ersten Mal habe ich einen Grund zu leben. Ich glaube, es ist an der Zeit, ernst zu machen. Es ist soweit, Clara.
Was hast du ihr angetan?
Weißt du, warum ich dir das erzähle? Du sollst wissen, wozu ich fähig bin.
I'll show you one of my favorite movies. Here we have Alien. Alien is, for me, a classic. It's a film that impressed me when I was a teenager. And this is one of the movies that made me decide I wanted to be a director, a filmmaker. So it's very, very important for me, that movie, Alien. Alien and his first sequel, Aliens. I think Aliens is the better sequel ever made for me. Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby, it's one of the most important horror classics. It's a Roman Polanski movie. And it's interesting because Sleep Tight, my last movie, is in some way very close to Polanski universe. Some of journalists and critics mentioned this kind of influence, and it's really very possible that I had that influence, Polanski influence, because Polanski for me is one of my favorite directors ever. So Rosemary's Baby, I recommend you that movie. It's very, very scary. One of my favorite directors, and this is a film that I love, of course, but this is a film that changed me when I saw it for the first time. This is the biggest love story ever told for me. Two things really interesting in the movie: the music, Ray Cooder's music, that became really famous, and it's really interesting how Wim Wenders used that music, that very special music, for that story, and that story that nothing to do with Paris, France. The really interesting thing is Paris is a village, a place in Texas, and that's something that the film will explain if you see it. Don't forget Paris, Texas. This is probably one of the first horror movies I saw when I was a child. In Spanish was called Cromosoma 3, like a chromosome 3. I don't know why, but I think this is still one of the scariest horror movies ever. How you say it? Die Brut. Die Brut. There is some very scary children in that movie that you will never forget. Die Brut. David Fincher's Seven. I think Seven is for everybody quite a perfect thriller, you know. It works in a wonderful way, and it's one of the most important thrillers of the modern cinema, you know. And I think it's a very, very important influence in me, and probably a very important influence in a lot of directors at that moment. It's a wonderful movie. This is the Darren Aronofsky movie, very famous and really, really beautiful. We are in a horror room. That's interesting. And I want to mention that movie. I think it's incredibly scary. I think it's probably the film that the only film that really, really scared me when I saw it. Why? Because the story is it's not a new story. It's not very different than other stories like this one, but the movie told you, or the movie let you approach to these three main characters, and you believe these guys. You believe the three main characters. And you love them because you think, when you are looking at the movie, you think they are real, and they have real feelings, and you, in some way, you become friend of these three guys. Then when the horror comes, you are really you suffer really, and you are scared. And that's what happened to me when I saw Wolf Creek. The most important thing to make a horror movie is to have believable characters, and this movie has believable characters. So I recommend Wolf Creek. And of course, because we are here, I recommend you Rec 2 and Rec. The two movies I co-directed with my friend Paco Plaza, and we are very proud of these two films. These are films. These are films very special because they are about an infection and like zombies, not exactly zombies, but infected people. But it's the story is told with a camera like this one, like a TV report in real time, live, and it's a strong horror experience for the audience. So I recommend you Rec 2, of course.
Have you any feelings on the remake? Any thoughts
Yeah,
on the remake?
In Hollywood they made the remake of Rec. It was called Quarantine, and in fact I was really confused when I saw it. Not because it's bad or good, but because when you see a film that is a remake of your film, you have very strange emotions and contradictory emotions. So I'm not able to tell you if the film was good or bad, or to recommend you the movie. For me, it's something very weird. Of course, I remember one of my most the horror films that when I was young or child impressed me very much was Maniac by William Lustig. It was one of the most gore movies in the 80s, and I think they are planning to remake it. So now you know some of my favorite movies, and I remember you that my last movie, Sleep Tight, will open here in Germany the 5th July. If you want to see more, or if you want to know more, check out Moviepilot. So, goodbye and see you soon.